Someone who literally just sits here and says, I'm just going to watch someone else's work all day. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to just watch this video. And I'm just going to talk over it. And I don't really have much to add. I'm going to make a joke every once in a while or have a reactionary face like, hey, stupid reaction or whatever, right? I don't think that that's valid content. And I never have. And I've told you guys that over the years. That's why I don't want to do that. And everyone does it, by the way. Take a look at any content creator, from the smallest of the small to the biggest of the big. When they have a day when they just don't want to do any work, they do a react video. Okay? It's called lazy.
This is the clip show where you guys submit clips for me to watch in a 3-hour clip show. It's the members, the people who are the channel members, who do this. And a good variety of stuff this week. We had more ridiculous, over-the-top, I don't believe they're real cooking videos. We had more fails and bloopers, more cute animal stuff. I was reacting to other YouTubers like Asmongold. You know, very good variety, I would say. And what we're finding is we're realizing what works and what doesn't. Some things work, some things don't, right? And I am enjoying myself every week when we do that show. It's a variety show. I mean, how cool is that? It's an actual variety show. Rather than saying, oh, we're doing a game today or whatever. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing today. I have no clue, because it's whatever you guys throw at me, right, to react to. The best, in my opinion, the thing that was the best in that whole show, which hasn't gone live yet, but you'll see it in a few days, is there was a video of a first-person bike delivery person doing food deliveries. And it was fascinating because you see the order come in. You see them have to go across town to the restaurant to pick up the food. You get to see what kind of packaging and things these places provide for the food. You get to see this guy ride across the whole city with the food to deliver it, and then try to figure out, gee, how do I get to the person? How do I deliver this or whatever? It was quite entertaining. I was fascinated. It wasn't funny. It was just, it tickled the brain almost, because you've never seen anything like that before. So it was, you know, that's what I mean. Like every week, we're likely going to end up watching new and different things like that are going to be just, wow, riveting and fascinating. And then there's going to be stuff that doesn't work too. And that's okay. That's the cool thing about that show. Okay. So those videos, there were 6 of them. 3 of them are already live. Actually, I take that back, because as of this morning, 4 of them are live. The way I schedule them out is 2 of them I have go live on Friday when I do the show live. And then each day there'll be a new 20 to 25 minute new video that goes live on the channel over on DSP Reacts. That's youtube.com/@DSP Reacts. Okay. So as of this morning, I think the one today was that weird cooking video from that YouTuber King Cobra. I think that's what the video was today, with a bunch of other random stuff crammed in. Just really oddball stuff. Okay. So that's today's episode, and there's still 2 more days where that content will go live. All right. So that's cool. And now, if you're a channel member over there, because there's actually a bunch of new members on DSP Reacts now, you can now nominate videos for next week's show. All you got to do is you go to the community tab, and you'll see a members only post. If you're a standard member, you'll see the standard post. If you're a super level member, you'll see the standard and the super post. And if you're an ultra member, you'll see 3 different posts. Now, ultra members over there are guaranteed to get their clip watched on the show 1 a week. So if you're an ultra member, the highest level, thank you so much for that level of support. You can now post up your video that we will absolutely watch at the beginning of next week's DSP versus the Internet show. Okay? By the way, FYI, the next show will be Saturday of next week. Why not Friday like we did the last 2 weeks? Because this Friday is a new game release, Wolong Fallen Dynasty. And as I've explained to you guys, definitely the new releases take priority. And I'm thinking, moving forward, DSP versus the Internet should be a show we do on Saturdays. It makes more sense, so that way it doesn't interfere with Friday releases. Okay, so probably it'll be Saturday this coming week, and then Saturdays moving forward. Fair enough? Okay. Then, yesterday, which was also really cool, we did a full day-long React event over on DSP Reacts. I reacted to the 90-minute long documentary. It was called Lies, Deception, and ProJared, the story ProJared by June the King. It was fascinating. I didn't know much about ProJared at all. I didn't know what kind of content he really made. I didn't know about his full history with Screw Attack. I had no idea he was fired from Screw Attack. It was very interesting to hear that story and what happened, and how basically this guy did everything right in regards to his YouTube channel and his business, and pretty much arguably did everything wrong in his personal life to basically line himself up for massive failure. It's not shocking to hear of what happened to him with the stuff that he was doing behind the scenes. And, you know, the thing is, you hear all this stuff on the internet, and I heard all these rumors and all these different takes. And after watching the documentary, the guy definitely did some wrong stuff. At the same time, I definitely feel like, man, was he railroaded for shit that just was not fair. Because this is what the internet tends to do. And you got to wonder how much of that was a concerted effort. How much were people ganging up on him on purpose to try to cancel him because they just didn't like him for various reasons, as opposed to actually having valid reasons to hate him. Man, what a story. But it was so interesting, all right? That 90-minute react turned into 4.5 hours. Yeah. I told you guys when I do these long-form reacts, there's a lot of content and there's a lot of stuff to talk about. And, man, a lot of people liked my takes because I had a lot of things to say about, just in general, about different things. For example, marriage, which was one of the actual major discussions of that documentary. You know, marriage and being faithful and things like that. And, man, did I have a lot to say. So, people loved it. Basically, all day long, people were on that stream. There was high engagement, high levels of support. Like I said, we got a ton of new members. Super chats were great. Like, the stream did really, really well. Okay? Now, in addition to just me reacting to the ProJared documentary, there was also a Feasting with the King, where I had Mediterranean food. It was absolutely delicious. I actually said it was in my top 2 Feasting with the Kings I've ever done. That's how good that food was. Okay? And after that show ended, we actually did a Q&A session where it was about maybe 30 minutes of just talking and relaxing and unplugging a little bit and basically talking about the future. Like, what kind of content would you guys like to see me do as the next long-form react? Because I have to get some options for you guys so that the members over there can start voting on a poll on what the next long-form react will be that'll take place in late March, okay? So, a lot happened yesterday, all right? And then, when the stream ended, I wasn't done because I still had to film the daily wrap, and then I had to get videos uploaded. So I get the videos uploading, and so what I want to talk about this morning, before we get to the schedule and everything else, I want to talk a little bit about the nature of YouTube and how it works, and basically the future of DSP Reacts, all right? Because I'm learning. And this is a new channel. This is a new kind of content that I never really worked on before. And let me just tell you, you know, yesterday was an amazing day. So many people having fun. We're all having a good time. It's not gaming, but we're still enjoying ourselves, you know, in fun interactions, discussion of what's going on in this documentary. It was a generally great time, you know. I think everyone who was there was enjoying themselves, right? And then I upload the videos, and here's what happens. So what did I upload? There's 5 parts to the ProJared documentary react. So 5 reacting parts. Feasting with the King. And the Q&A, vlog at the end of the show. So all those get uploaded. Okay? Every single part of my reacting to the ProJared documentary was immediately auto-flagged and demonetized. Every part. So I'm not talking, just the part that maybe had some risque photos in it. Or just the part where maybe I'm ranting about marriage and I'm swearing like a sailor. No, every part. Now, if you go back and you watch the documentary, which I'm sure many of you have, there's 1,000 views on part 1 already, and it just uploaded last night, you'll see that, especially in the early parts of the documentary, there's absolutely, positively nothing risque at all. It's just the history of ProJared. It's, what he was doing his content before he got popular as a solo guy. You know, his content on the internet, then working for Screw Attack and stuff like that. There's absolutely nothing at all risque in that first video, and I would argue even in the second video. It's not until maybe the third video that it starts showing that stupid picture of him dressed up like one of the sailors from Sailor Moon, and or the later parts where you can get all the accusations of underage pictures and blah blah blah. So how is it that YouTube's algorithm is running on these videos and auto flagging and demonetizing them? Now here's the other thing. The other videos that I uploaded, the Feasting with the King and the post ProJared Q&A video, did not get demonetized. They're fine. So there's something in the content of the React videos that YouTube's algorithm is auto-flagging and saying not fit for ads. That doesn't make sense. What is it? Right? Again, I could argue, if you want to say the video with his photos in it or whatever, okay, that's like 2 of the videos, 2 of the 5, you know? If you watch them, I did not swear in the first few minutes of each video on purpose to make sure that it wouldn't get demonetized for that, okay? So I don't know what's going on. So a couple of things. I actually reached out to June the King overnight, the maker of the documentary. And I said, hey, I'm just curious. You know, did your documentary on ProJared get demonetized? Because my React did. And he says, no, it didn't. He says, actually, the one video that I did recently that got demonetized was his Nostalgia Critic / Channel Awesome documentary. And I looked at it, I was like, now that's bullshit. Did you know that's one of his longest documentaries ever? He probably put more effort into that one than most of the documentaries he's ever done, and that's the one he got demonetized for. That's bullshit. Imagine working on something for like a month, putting tons of time and effort into it, putting it out on YouTube, and then being told you can't make money on it for no valid reason. Like, these are professional level documentaries. Why would he get demonetized, right? Anyway, so he's saying no, his documentary on ProJared is fully monetized. He says sometimes what he actually does for his documentaries, he uploads them, you know, privately, and then waits for the algorithm to run. And he says, yes, sometimes they do actually get auto-flagged, and then he submits it for review. He waits for the review to complete, and most of the time, once the review is complete, it gets monetized, and then he makes it public. So there you go. And it's funny because some people have actually said yesterday, here, some people are leaving comments on the videos on DSP Reacts, and they're saying, man, I don't like this. Phil always uploaded everything immediately. Always. Why is it now that he's spacing out his uploads over the week? I don't like that. I want all the content today. He did 5.5 hours of reacting. Well, excuse me, 4.5 hours of reacting. I want that all right now so I can watch it on demand. I'm serious. Like, I'm getting comments like that now. And it's like, so you can't have it both ways. You get people who complain if I upload everything at once that I'm flooding their inbox. And DSP Reacts is a new channel. And the feedback I got was spread out the videos, make digestible portions, name them appropriately so they're kind of enticing because they have names that you know what's the content of that video, and space it out so you don't flood our inboxes. That way we have a channel that has new content every day based on the streams you're doing. And now I'm getting the opposite feedback. Oh, no, we don't like that. We want you to go back to your old style where you just flood everyone's inbox with a bunch of videos. Because just think of it this way. If I did that, yesterday there would have been, just think of this, all 5 parts of the ProJared React, the Feasting with the King, and the Q&A video. There would have been 7 videos on DSP Reacts yesterday, flooding everyone's inboxes. Doing it this way, okay? The way that I've done it and made it digestible and split it up, there's 2 a day. 2 videos a day. What makes more sense for someone who's a casual watcher of YouTube? You want a couple videos a day. That's what everyone tells me. That's how all the YouTubers do it that are successful. They do a couple videos a day. They don't go crazy. They don't flood, right? My first long-form React on the channel, and we're trying it out this way. But anyway, think of it this way. If I had uploaded all those videos yesterday, every single video would have been demonetized, and I would have made nothing on the entirety of the React. Now, as is, part 1 is still demonetized. If you're watching part 1 of my React to the June the King documentary from yesterday, I make nothing on it. You shouldn't see any ads, because according to YouTube, taking a look here, according to YouTube, they think that, you know, it's not suitable for ads, under review. And who knows how long it'll take. In my experience, when you submit a video under review, it could take 24 hours. Sometimes it takes 5 days. The last time I submitted one for review, it took 5 days for someone to look at it. Because they look at a lot of factors, like how many views you get on your channel, you know, longevity of your channel, things like that. So, being that this is a relatively new channel that I just started uploading to regularly, you know, in the last couple of weeks, and it's been defunct for over a year, chances are I'm not high on their priority list. They could take days and days. So, with the fact that I'm uploading 1 video a day, my hope is that by like day 3, some of these videos have been reviewed, and I'll be able to at least make some ad revenue on these. Maybe not.